board doesn't have bylaws?
No.
Oh, okay. So what governs that?
What governs volumes of state law that come along. Plus we get audited every 6 months. There's a lot of things that we can't do. Bylaws are for sportsman clubs and things like that.
Shandaken is doing theirs right now. It's on their website.
Well, they can do whatever they want. It isn't mandatory. If they can't read the book, then maybe they got bylaws. What the hell do I know? Done this for 33 years. Everything was fine. All of a sudden, everybody's a damn thief. Everything is corrupt. Everything is nonsense.
Not everything. No.
What you said here.
I said everything is corrupt?
You said
Where?
that the administration is corrupt. To me, that's everything. As far as I'm concerned.
Well, I can't prove everything's corrupt, but some of it definitely.
Well, then tell us.
I told you how we're going to do it.
Well, then do it. You also told me you were going to go to the DA. You also told me you were going to go to the state attorney general's office. You also told me you were going to go to the Middletown Record. You also told me that you were going to go to the sheriff and have a candlelight service at Rotron. I haven't seen any of this. Not one person has called my office.
Then what are you worried about?
Because it's all what I said in the beginning. Nonsense.
Very good, Bert. I mean,
have fun, Charlie. Do what you have to do. Spend your money. Spend the town money, because if you take us to court, I ain't letting up.
Ooh.
Ooh. And if you want to write a play, why don't you just send it to your people that listen to your crap? In the meantime, we got resolution number 7 that wants to be introduced by Peter.
Number 6 first?
I did 6. I just do 6 first. The reason for this resolution was that last year we had to start charging for the parks, and what we had in the last law was that anybody with less than 25 members at the party, there wouldn't be the charge. But it so happens that some people in town, quite a few, couldn't count properly, and everything was way over that. So we're changing that a little bit, that everybody pays, and it's up to the discretion of the town board for churches and Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, that sort of thing. So this is resolution number 6, adopt schedule of fees pursuant to chapter 91 of the Town of Olive Code. Whereas the Town of Olive Code chapter 91-2 provides for a single comprehensive schedule of fees and charges to be leveled in the administration of town laws, ordinances, regulations, and resolutions, and that schedule shall be set forth in a resolution to be adopted by the town board. And whereas chapter 91-2 of the Town of Olive Code requires annual review and update of fees consistent with annual budget process based on the actual cost of the town of providing those services by a simple process of adopting and amending from time to time a resolution containing such fees. And whereas chapter 91-3 of the Town of Olive Code states that fees or charges currently levied in other regulations that are not included in this revised fee schedule shall remain effective pending incorporation of this standard schedule. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board of the Town of Olive adopts the following schedule of fees and charges for park uses: summer recreation camp and the swimming pool to become effective for the year 2012 season forward on and until such time the schedule is updated. Swimming pool fees. Day use, adult was $3, children under 12 is $2. Seasonal fees, single pass is $45, a family pass is $75, guest of residents, adults or children is $5. The summer recreation day camp, one child is $30, 2 children is $50, and 3 children or more is 70. Park usage fees, park deposit is $200. Park deposit is refunded if the park is left clean and free of all party associated trash. A fine of $25 per bag for trash left behind will be charged. All park reservations are required to be paid. Reservationists are required to pay the park deposit fee. The park rental fee is $100 per park reservation. Special circumstances can be considered on a case-by-case basis. Can you take a roll call, please?
And there was a second for that?
Second.
Okay. Board Member Van Buren?
Yes.
Board Member Burkhart?
Yes.
Board Member Lamanda?
Yes.
Board Member Freidel?
Yes.
And Supervisor Lightfoot?
Yes. Now we got resolution number 7. Peter, you want to read it?
Sure. Resolution 7 has to deal with what the Ontario School District is doing. They have proposed a bookend plan that is going to split the town's children up and move them either to Woodstock or to Phoenicia. So I'm saying that we should not be splitting our kids up in our own town. As it goes. Resolution 7 of 2012, Town of Olive resolution supporting recommendations to eliminate the 3 elementary school bookend plan from consideration by the Ontario Central School District. Whereas the Bennett Elementary School is located in the hamlet of Boyceville within the Town of Olive, and whereas the Town Board of the Town of Olive recognized the need for fiscal responsibility during these difficult economic times and strive to ensure that each dollar of Olive taxpayer money is spent in the most effective way possible, and whereas the newly imposed tax cap legislation reduced the amount of revenue made available through the taxes, and whereas Ontario School District Board hired a consultant to perform a cost analysis of the school district and recommends whereas to ensure the physical viability of the district, and whereas the consultant recommended eliminating school right sizing as means of meeting those goals. Whereas the Ontario School District Board of Ed is currently considering 3 different plans to restructure to make up the district's 3 elementary schools for a school year of 2012-2013, and whereas one of the plans under strong consideration by the Ontario School District Board of Ed is known as the bookend plan, which requires that the 3 facilities in current use continue to be fully maintained, staffed despite drop-off in enrollment that has rendered the need for all of the square footage superficious, and whereas 2 other model plans under the consideration require the continuing staffing and maintaining of only 2 of the current facilities, and whereas Boyceville was chosen as a geographic center of the school district at its inception, and whereas the Bennett Elementary School currently serves as a center meeting place and a community center offering athletics, education, social programs during the afternoons, evenings, weekends for Olive children and for all residents of the district. And whereas all of the young children in the town are currently educated together at Bennett School, and whereas the Town of Olive lack a village or center that could duplicate these services, and whereas the bookend plan is not likely to be physically sustainable for more than 2 years, and whereas to restructure the district again in such a short period of creating unnecessary costs as well as increasing anxiety among our young students, which could lead to poor academic performance, and whereas the current transportation plan for the bookend model draws a line